Hey, how's it going? So I have another unboxing. It's gonna be from Lab Wheels. This video is it's long overdue. I've had this package for a while, but still not totally overdue because the micros, they still haven't gotten here. January was rough. Anyways, let's check this out. So as you can see, I got plenty of wheels. What made this drop really different is it's a new shape. It's going to be the Raw Plus, which are going to be like the Raws, but Plus. So with the Raw Plus drop, there were 9 wheels that were released. I didn't get 3 of them. The other 3, the Ghost Glow, No Name, and the Barts, those did sell out very fast. But keep those in mind. Keep those in mind. I might have still got some. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? I don't know. It's not in a package that's sitting right across from the table. I don't know, all right? So I did get these 6 wheels from the pre-order drop. Like I said, they've been sitting in my room for a while. I just haven't gotten around to opening them. So I've had a pretty rough start this new year, but everything's good now. So now to just catch up on everything that I've been putting off for the last month or whatever. Anyways, the Raw Plus. So as usual, we're going to start off with the stickers first because these are some new ones. At least I think they're new. So we have this really long Lab Wheels sticker. I did get 3 of them. And then I have 4 of these Lab stickers that I think are pretty cool. They look like they got little music notes or whatever it is on the end there. That's pretty cool. So we'll move the stickers aside. So like I did say earlier, I did get 6 of the 9 wheels. We got the Black Widows, the Poison, Rare White, Symbionics, Energy X, and the Dragon Tears. So we'll go with the top row. We'll go ahead and open those ones and we'll set these aside. And if you're wondering why I got 3 of each, 1 for me, 1 for my girlfriend, 1 for my daughter. That's why there's 3 of them. They're not all mine. I don't buy them to resell them. No, it's for me and my family. And another reason why we buy 3 of it is because I'll like a color. For example, these Energy X's. I like these. I like these a lot. They didn't like them, but I knew if they saw them, then we'd have to, I don't know, wrestle for who got the one set of wheels. So I decided, why go through all that? We're just gonna get one of everyone's gonna get 1 set of wheels, whether they like it or not. So no family arguing about who gets what wheels, not this time anyway. So yeah, that's why there's 3 of them. And I'm just bringing that up at the beginning, that way I don't go through every wheel and say, yeah, I got 3 of them. I have 3 of them, they're just sitting over there. So we'll start off with the Black Widows first. If you haven't ordered from Lab Wheels before, this is what the packaging looks like. Got a clear baggie right here, a little bit of information on the back, and there's little molecules kind of throughout here on the corner. So let's look at these. Today we'll be showing the wheels on the Atlantis chair of showing. So here are the Black Widows. Towards the end of the video, I'll bring out the Raw Plus and then the Micros just to see a size comparison. Actually, I guess I could bring out all the shapes. That way we can get a size comparison. Because I do want to put these on the deck. I just got to find out which deck we're going to roll with these energies. So these are the Black Widows. Just from looking at them, you can definitely tell that they are a little bit bigger. They're a wider diameter, but not by like a crazy amount. And it looks like the surface area is just about the same as well. Now they actually look a little bit thinner. So they're a little bit thinner, but taller. So that's going to be the difference with the Raw Plus. So that's good to know. Like I said, towards the end of the video, I'll bring up the wheels out, size comparison, whatever. So once again, Black Widows. So up next, we'll go with the Poisons. I'm getting a little too excited about these. So here are the Poisons, and these are going to be like a highlighter yellow green, whatever color that is exactly. They're super, super bright. They almost look like they glow, but they definitely do not. These poisons, I keep missing every drop that the poisons are available. I don't think I've gotten any of them. I think I've gotten some legacies, if I remember, but it wasn't from a drop. Up next, we'll go with the rare white. So here's the rare white. With these ones, I always think it's cool when Lab Wheels puts out just a plain white wheel, because as you can see, same with all the other Lab unboxings, they don't really do white. They all have like these wacky colors, or thermo changing, or I don't know, just different stuff. With the swirls, like we'll see the swirls here in a bit with the Symbionics, but just seeing them do white, I think it's cool. I think it's super different for Labs. For Labs, it's different. So we'll move on to the Symbionics. So here are the Symbionics. These are going to be a black and white swirl wheel. One thing that I did notice right off the bat, and I think it'd be fair to say something that I am disappointed in, because I've gotten plenty of Lab wheels and this has never happened. However, I think it'd be fair to point out on these Symbionics, on 4 of the 4 wheels, there's at least one air bubble, and it seems to be, let's see, so this one right here is going to be on the face of the wheel, and then back here, it's going to be pretty close to where the bearing is. Do I think it's going to affect performance? Not really. At least where these holes are. This one, however, it might, because it's very, very close to the writing surface. If anyone out there did get the Symbionics wheels, let me know, because the other 2 that I have down here, they all had kind of the same thing with the air bubbles. The other wheels right here, I didn't really notice any. I still don't notice any. Oops. I still don't notice any. But I'm going to stare at the wheels for a while and see if I can, nitpick what I can. But yeah, this is the first time it's happened with any of the wheels that I got from Labs, because usually the stuff that they put out is fantastic. No issues, nothing. But yeah, this is the first time that happened. And I do think it's something that I do feel like I should bring up, because it is really noticeable. But like I said, maybe I'll put these on the deck and see how they roll, see if it makes a difference. But I don't know, for the money that these wheels are, I don't think that there should be any of those air pockets, or the holes, or whatever the term is. Up next, my favorite one out of the bunch, here are the NRG X. So these are going to be 3 gray wheels, 1 purple. You already know, I like me the purple. And even with this one right here, there's a small little air bubble. It's definitely at least half the size smaller than what was on the Symbionics, but I will call it out if it's there. And yeah, there's that little hole right there, which this one, it doesn't look like it's close to the surface area where it's writing on, but I guess only time will tell. These I'm definitely going to use first, so if anything happens with that one wheel, I'll definitely know why it happened. But the other wheels, the purple wheel looks perfect, and same with the other 2 gray wheels. They seem to have no imperfections. Nope, that's a lie. So with this one, there is one tiny little air pocket right there, not even noticeable unless you're like staring at the wheel, but I don't think that's going to affect anything. So yeah, NRG X. And now for the special one, the all black package. These are going to be the Dragon Tears. Oh, that's different. I thought they were going to... Okay, so the Dragon Tears, they start off with this very dark forest green, and these are thermo changing. So these, they do change to black, but I thought it was going to be they start black and then turn to this green. So let's hold this wheel for a minute, and then we'll hold 2 wheels. Let's hold 2 wheels for a little bit, and then we'll compare the different colors. But if you've seen any of the other Lab wheels unboxings that I did with the thermo changing, you know that they change from like one color and then drastic change to a different color. And for the most part, it usually happens pretty quick for me, but sometimes, I don't know, these wheels must not think that I have any body heat, or maybe I'm a zombie. I don't know. So sometimes it goes quick, sometimes it doesn't. This might be the latter. So yeah, let's give it some time. Nothing. So these wheels, they might just be camera shy because they are not changing colors right now, but I'll take this setup with me when I go pick up my daughter from school. Maybe they need to be out in the sunlight for a while before that starts activating the thermo changing, because these ones, I just held it to take off the wheel and they're already starting to turn to that yellow color that they go to. I forgot the name of those wheels. It's in one of the other unboxings. They're probably like, I don't know, moldy banana or I don't know. I forget these wheels a lot. They're different names. Because I had some other thermo changing wheels that they didn't change with heat or anything, but it was like, well, I guess it was heat, but it was like the friction from riding the wheel. They would change colors that way. Or if they just stood out in the sun for a while, they would change colors like that as well. So maybe these wheels just need a little help activating or something, but man, the difference between the Raw Plus and these are going to be the Legacy shapes. All right, let's move some space so I can show the size comparison of the wheels. That was the last wheel. Those were going to be the Dragon Tears. Now that we're at the end of the video, I'll show a size comparison of the different shapes that Labs does offer. Some are more frequent than others, like the Vitamins, it seems like very rarely. The Micros, I think he does like once a year. The Legacies and the Raws, they seem to be every drop, every other drop, and the Raw Plus is a brand new shape. So we'll see if we come across those again. So we'll start with the smallest wheels, which are going to be the Lab Micros. And as you can see, super tiny wheels, but ooh, they roll so smooth. And these wheels, even though they're tiny, they are super grippy. Up next are going to be the Vitamins. These are going to be the Choco Gums, I think is what they're called. They're brown with a pink swirl. These wheels, same thing, they're very smooth. And for whatever reason, the smaller the wheels are from Labs, it feels like the grippier they are. These aren't as grippy as the Micros, but they do have quite a bit of grip to them. The shape on these ones, they are a little bit different. So these are going to be more rounded. These do have a flatter, wider surface area of where you're riding. Up next are going to be the wheels that I'm most familiar with, which is going to be the Legacy shapes. So these are going to be more of a standard wheel. And these, I think they change colors too, but not like drastic. It goes from like this peach color to like a peachier color, like almost clear, sort of. Except when I'm trying to show the camera. Awesome. But anyways, these ones, they're going to be similar to the Micros, just bigger. And then up next is going to be the Raw. So as you can see, these are going to be a super wide wheel, ton of surface area where you're riding. And these wheels were the biggest wheels that Labs did offer. But just like all the other wheels, they roll fantastic. Each wheel. Now here are the new ones. These are going to be the Raw Plus. So where are the Raws? Here we are. So here's the size comparison between the Raw and the Raw Plus. So as you can see, the Raw Plus, they're going to be slightly thinner. It's almost unnoticeable, but when you're looking at it in person, maybe it'll show up very well on the camera, but it is noticeable. They are thinner. But when you put them side by side like this, you can definitely tell they are taller, or I guess a wider wheel, bigger diameter. I haven't ridden them yet, as you can see. I just kind of put them on and then pushed play on the camera. The Raws I'm also familiar with. I mainly use the Legacy, and then I'll use the Raw and then kind of bounce between there. The Micros, I don't use them as often, and the Vitamins, probably about the same amount as the Micros. I don't use them too often. I like smaller wheels with specific decks, but the Raws, they seem to be just like that sweet spot for me. So the Micros, the Raws, whatever. The Raws I'm very familiar with, and they ride very smooth. These, they feel fantastic outdoors, and I guess it's because of the wider surface area. So I'm really excited to take these out. I might have wanted to use a wider board now that I'm looking at this one. Oh, but they are very, very smooth, which is what I expect when it comes to labs. They roll crazy smooth. And they're not crazy grippy. They're about as grippy as the Raws. The squeak's not as loud, which is something I like, but how are y'all so grippy for being so tiny? I think the loudest squeak is from the vitamins. Nope, never mind. Maybe I've used these quite a while. The grip is gone. Or the squeak is gone. Yeah, these I use a lot. Yeah. The wheels themselves, they feel fine. They feel just what I expect when it comes from lab wheels. And they don't sit too far out. So normally when it comes to bigger wheels, we'll use this for an example. The wheels, they seem to sit, and you gotta, size down on the truck sometimes. With these ones, they sit flush, so it's not poking out anymore. These are 34 millimeters. The size of the deck is at 33, so there's already some overhang, but I already expected that. But with the wheels, it feels like the same amount of overhang with the other 33 deck that I have set up with, where are you at? One of the decks over there. But the wheels, I like them. They feel just fine. Wheels feel fine. They do have like that new wheel grip, which I'm expecting that to wear away, so it's a little bit more comfortable for me. But right out of the bag, right out of the box, they feel just fine. I have a lot of stuff packed up right now because I was cleaning around, so I don't have like the different surfaces that I can roll the wheel on right now. Yeah, the wheels, fantastic. One last quick rundown. We got the Raw Plus, the Raw, the Legacy, Vitamins, and the Micros. And then there is also the Legacy R's, which are going to be this size, but it feels like they're the shape of the Raws. So they have like a wide surface area, but they're smaller. Those I did have set up somewhere, but I can't find the deck right now. But it's on one of the Split Wizards. So yeah, different shapes. All of them very, very solid. But the one of the big questions is it worth the wait? Because if you follow Lab Wheels on Instagram, you do see a lot of those comments. Where my order? Why is it taking so long? He's posted a few times that, yeah, it's pretty hard to get stuff out of Russia to, ship worldwide. But that is getting fixed. The last time I heard, he's no longer in Russia, but all of his equipment is still in Russia, so there's going to be some time to transfer it over to where he is. With him not being with the equipment, that's one of the reasons why the Lab Micro drop that happened on January 1st, they probably won't ship out until like the middle or late February. Point I'm getting at is I do like these wheels a lot. They're definitely worth the wait, at least in my opinion. In my opinion, they're definitely worth the wait. But, I mean, for me, I'm a patient person, but everyone has their limits. And that I totally understand. So, if you're not in the market for some wheels that may or may not take up to 2 months to get to you, then maybe try to buy these secondhand for a reasonable price. Do not overpay for these lab wheels. They're good, but they're not, paying crazy marked up prices for. Don't get crazy. So this was my most recent order. Well, this was the Lab Raw Plus pre-order drop that has been sitting here for almost a month now. A little over a month, actually. Yeah, it took me a while to get out, but like I said, January was rough. February is looking so much better. I'll have the link to their website as well as their Instagram down in the description below. That way you can stay up to date with whatever they have going on, and you'll be notified whenever he's doing another pre-order. And I'll have my Instagram down in the description below as well. Give me a follow. I do go live from time to time, usually on the weekends later on in the evenings. But that'll do it for now. Take it easy. Have a good one. Oh yeah, I might end up switching this board for something else. I need a wider board. I think these wheels will perform a lot better with a wider deck. So I'll be changing that deck eventually. Okay, for real this time. Take it easy. Have a good one.